internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours Crypto. Let's get right in today's video. Most people will never understand what's about to happen, but you will. Because you've been here, you've seen the patterns, and now while everyone is panicking, you're going to see the opportunity of a lifetime unfolding in front of your eyes. This isn't just another dip, folks. This is a test. This is where legends are built and where the masses get wiped out. Everyone is in fear right now. They see red candles, blood on their screens. You got weak hands running for the hills. But if you've been paying attention, really paying attention, you'll know this is where real wealth is created. And the amount of money that's about to flood into this ecosystem over the next 6 to 7 months is going to be historic. So you could laugh now, sure. Doubt it all you want. But mark this moment. It's either you're going to be shocked at how rich you become, or you're going to be shocked at how early you quit. There is no middle ground. And in today's video, I'm gonna lay out the facts. We're gonna rewind to a video we created back in 2023. My goodness, it's absolutely absurd. But you know what? Let me give you a little bits of it right now. Listen to this at the BRICS Summit. Listen to what they said here.
Yeah. Well, I think some of the ideas that came up from the audience is I'd like to reflect on that. I think one of which is BRICS countries being able to do more trading in their own national currency will be the first step and towards building a common currency. But I think that's an aspirational goal and towards building a common currency. But I think that's an aspirational goal. More trading in their own national currency will be the first step and towards building a common currency. But I think that's an aspirational goal. We should keep it there. But I think we should first start to aggressively and actively do trading in our own national currencies.
Remember that common currency is going to take into effect to create a level playing field. And before we go on further into the video, I would like to announce that the 24 Hours Crypto Yacht Party Miami Mega Seafair, we have come down to do 2 dates, okay? 2 dates. The link is in the description down below. I need you guys to pick. If you guys go onto the website, xrpsalute.com, if you scroll all the way down, you will see February 13th, 2026 or June 11th, 2026. Once we finalize the date, it is time to get this party started. And my goodness, I can't even tell you the valuation of XRP at these times, okay? I mean, wow, that's all I gotta say, okay, ladies and gentlemen? So let's go ahead and lock in the date. Let me see what you guys are, what more of the audience is more comfortable for. I'm aiming for June 11th, 2026. That gives us a lot of time to really get ready and to really make this the perfect event, okay? You guys know how we do things here, and we do it with perfection. And also, just a quick heads up, we are going to start a copy trading. We are going to start a copy trading. Like I said, thank God for these retracements to add more into your entries. I'm going to start a copy trading because at the time when we were here, it's a risky to start copy trading, right? So we're going to start it. I'll let you guys know. Sign up for BitUnex. The link is in the description down below. That's the exchange that we're going to be using. So pretty much when I open a trade, it automatically opens a trade for you as well. So I'm going to roll that out for the first time ever, and it's going to be very small. Okay, maybe maximum 20, 25 people maximum. So it's first come, first serve, and I will give you more details on it shortly. But let's just go back to what we're about to witness, okay? This is not time to play it safe, not time to question your research, not the time to fumble the bag. This is the time you double down on conviction. because I promise you this cycle will not wait for you.
And crypto has certainly caught many's attention, and they've made a lot of money doing it. I have not bought crypto, and now I feel silly. So they've been. I have not bought crypto, and now I feel silly. So they've been the ones making all this money on.
I've been in this space for almost 8 years now. I've seen projects come and go. I've watched billionaires get built. I've watched the uninformed get wrecked. But XRP, every single XRP holder out there, remember, there is a very, very small percentage of us that actually hold XRP. When we go back to the XRP Rich List and we add up the number on the left, right, number of accounts, 158,000, 165,000, these are accounts. So we could say one person, one account. But realistically, everybody has more than one XRP account. So when you just add up from 158,000 to 202 right here, you get approximately, I'm going to ballpark this number, less than 450,000 people on this planet own anywhere between 5,000 to 10 million XRP. And I'll tell you right now, there isn't a lot of us out there that own 5 million to 10 million XRP as of right now. So we could even take that 202 out. I know maybe one person that owns just under 5 million XRP. But on top of that, there isn't many out there floating. So the digital asset XRP is by far more scarce than Bitcoin, and only the uneducated will laugh at that. But when XRP gets its time, just remember there's a very small percentage of us that are going to be filthy or just rich with XRP. That's a fact. I'm telling you, this is not crazy. Do not question yourself. You've done the research, you've seen me lay out the facts, and we have understood why it's taking so long, right? Because remember, XRP is not just a token. This is an infrastructure. And for any of the new individuals that are coming onto my channel, please understand that I've worked at a regulated bank for 10 years. I know the banking system inside out. And I know when I see something that's going to change the world, I'm going to come out here and I'm going to document it as much as I can to get everybody on board. Everybody's sitting here at $2.18. XRP sitting here at $2.18 with no real institutional utility, no global value movement at scale. You have to ask yourself, what happens when the liquidity floods in? What happens when banks begin sourcing billions through real on-chain settlements, right? And further on to this video, your mind is going to get blown when it just talks about on-chain settlement, right? What happens when trillions in tokenized assets need a bridge? And in the past couple of videos, you guys are very well educated on how this value goes up. And I'm just so thankful that I've opened a lot of eyes in regards to where this value driver is for XRP. I'll tell you what happens. You don't get XRP at $2 ever again, okay? Let's go deeper, right? So when we recorded a video, what I've said earlier 2 years ago, XRP was sitting at 52 cents. And everything we talked about in that video, every move BRICS was making, every system getting plugged in from SWIFT, every piece of the global puzzle, it's all coming true. Now, here we are. XRP has already moved 4x, and we still haven't even scratched the surface of what this system is built to do. That should worry you. And the ones that don't panic and lose breath in terms of just wow, XRP's at $2.18, but we have yet to see real economic value come onto these chains, right? So that's why, people think $100 XRP is crazy. Let me ask you something. Is $100 XRP crazy when the system is settling and doing 5 trillion a day? No, that's peanuts. Is it crazy when stablecoin infrastructure is forecasted at 3 to 5 trillion alone and XRP is one liquidity mechanism that can glue it all together? Come on. This isn't hopium. This isn't clickbait. This is math. And you guys know this is the infrastructure. And it's going to happen 100%. And I'm telling you right now, people, come back to this video, December 2025. These prices, they'll look like a dream. You're going to remember this exact moment when I say, I either made the best decision of my life or the worst mistake walking away. Okay, let that sink in for a moment. You should not question anything. Trust me. And trust us, the community that followed us on this journey. Because from here on out, everything changes. Buckle up, lock in, stay sharp. And most of all, don't you dare quit before the finish line, okay? Listen, please, from the bottom of my heart. The only thing you should be worrying and panicking about is your health, so you could enjoy your wealth, and keeping your assets safe. Those are the only two priorities. And making more money to buy more crypto right now. We are at ground zero. Remember, if you ever doubt yourself, just go back to the basics. Go back to the basics and say, wow, this crypto ecosystem is sitting at $3.3 trillion. And we have yet to see any real economic value come on chain. While you have the stock market well over $100 trillion, and you had the Federal Reserve tell you during CV19 that they printed trillions, give or take $10 trillion to pretty much prop up the market. This market cap is going to go to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 trillion, 100%. And if you cannot see that, you are completely brain dead, my friend. And that's just a fact. I mean, if you can't see this going to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 80, 100 trillion, it's going to happen 100%. Remember, we're about to unlock the internet of value, something that has never, ever been done before. And you have people over here trying to rush it. Again, listen, so little few are going to make it. Remember, going back to the rich list, right? Less than 450,000 people, let's just say 400,000, own anywhere between 5,000 to 5 million XRP. Now, listen to what was said here and look at everything that is unfolding in 2025. My goodness, it's only going to get better. It's going to get crazy. My heart is racing as I record this video because the excitement is so crazy. It's through the roof because the information and the evidence we're going to cover in today's video is going to completely shock you. And the accuracy of it is going to blow you out of the waters, okay? You can't make this stuff up. Where do we even begin? Yesterday, we talked about this BRICS Journal of Economics talking about on de-risking and de-dollarizing intra-BRICS trade via smart contracts. And in this PDF, I highlighted this part. Funds needed to execute the contract can be temporarily pre-stored in a linked virtual escrow-like account associated with the contract to guarantee fund availability at the time of execution. And they refer to the XRP ledger. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say one thing. You cannot miss this video, not even a second of it. Once the contract execution date arrives and conditional fulfillment checks are completed, smart contracts self-execute and disperse associated payments to the contracting parties, automating execution and settlement, as well as eliminating contractual disputes and risks of non-fulfillment of obligations by counterparties. And a major spike happened on the XRP scan yesterday, which we're going to cover, called checks created, which this one, I'm lost of words right now. But in the same PDF, take a listen to what they said. Due to their automated execution capabilities and disintermediation of third-party legal and settlement entities, smart contracts are starting to gain momentum in Western Consortium for Trade Finance, currency trading, and commodity trading in the mainstream dollarized economy. Wow, third-party legal and settlement entities. Where am I going with this? Take a listen to this part of the video that I said yesterday was so important. And I can't believe how accurate that we were. Folks, this is huge. This is going to be locked up. They're going to be doing transactions in the future where it doesn't execute right away, but they put dates on it, which means there's going to be, remember what that whole fundamental framework when they said corporations and banks can be holding on to XRP until they execute the trade. So they could be holding on to, for example, 1 billion XRP for next week's settlement that they're proposing. All right, now to the juicy part. Project Mariana, cross-border exchange of wholesale CBDCs using automated market makers. automated market makers. Keep that in mind. First, the project explores joint trading and settlement in wholesale CBDCs using so-called automated market maker, AMM, expanding on previous cross-border wholesale CBDC projects that focused on settlement only. This is where Ripple plays a big factor, okay? If you guys recall, Ripple shared an update and it was about the AMM, XRPL AMM technical features and updates. And they said they had a potential game changer for the XRP ledger. And here we are with the BIS Innovation Hub openly speaking about AMM. And on top of that, take a listen to this video by the BIS Innovation Hub. And just put the icing on the cake, Ripple is in the task force for interoperability with the BIS Innovation Hub. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and smash that like button because here is what everybody has been waiting for. The XRP ledger checks created spiked yesterday to numbers that we have not seen before. It's not a crazy amount, it's 27, but since inception of this feature, it has never spiked to these levels. How is this beneficial for banks and especially the BRICS nations? Well, I'm going to describe everything to you right now. Create a check object in the ledger, which is a deferred payment that can be cashed by its intended destination. The sender of the transaction is the sender of the check. This is where the XRP gets locked up. Checks have some similarities to escrow and payment channels, but there are some important differences between those features and checks. You can send tokens with checks. With payment channels and escrow, you can only send XRP. Checks do not lock up or set aside any funds. The XRP involved in the payment channels and escrow cannot be spent until it is redeemed with a claim provided by the sender, payment channels, or released by an expiration or crypto condition, escrow. You can send XRP to yourself through escrow. You cannot send checks to yourself. This is massive. This is wow. Oh my goodness. I can't. Some people aren't going to understand. Just go back and listen to it again. But this is so crazy. Some of the benefits here. Conditional payment features like Check Create can enable banks to better manage their liquidity. Banks can create and manage conditional payment instructions that are executed automatically when specific criteria are met. This can streamline cash flow management and improve the predictability of funds movements. And why am I so bullish with all this? Because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in the sector. Over 10 years, I know what happens behind the scenes, and I know a technology like this, especially with all these features added onto it, is gonna be unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. And you're gonna understand exactly why it's unstoppable as look at these benefits. The Check Create operation allows for the creation of a deferred payment instruction, enabling banks to schedule payments that will be executed automatically when certain conditions are met. Banks often need to manage risk associated with conditional payments or complex transactions. The Check Create operation allows banks to set specific conditions for payments, ensuring that funds are released only when predefined criteria are met. The Check Create operation enables automation of payment processes. Banks can create checks that automatically execute payments when conditions like time, event, occurrence, or other triggers are met. This is a perfect example for bill payments. Can you imagine all the deferred bill payments that you could just put time and conditions on? This is huge. Listen to this. This is basically where the BRICS drops a bombshell. This is for the BRICS. This is for everybody. This is for trade finance. For banks involved in international transactions and trade finance, this goes for BRICS too, the Check Create operation can be particularly valuable. It has simplified the management of payments, ensuring that the funds are only released when the terms of a trade agreement are met. Ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Even listen to this little clip from the BRICS breakfast meeting that they had yesterday. Take a listen to what he says here and take a listen very, very carefully. There's a part where he says building a common currency is basically their end goal.
Any comments from what has come from raised from the floor? We're also going to be looking at wrapping up as well. But,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think some of the ideas that came up from the audience is I'd like to reflect on them. I think one of which is BRICS countries being able to do more trading in their own national currency will be the first step and towards building a common currency. But I think that's an aspirational goal. More trading in their own national currency will be the first step and towards building a common currency. But I think that's an aspirational goal. We should keep it there. But I think we should first start to aggressively and actively do trading in our own national currencies. I think India has already done. We've done successfully with 18 countries, and we are increasing the volume of trade through that mechanism. It's been very successful on that, and many countries in Africa are very happy to do that.
Check create. Check or released by an expiration.
They told us dream small, but we had the stars in mind. While they chased hype, we studied time. In the noise we found the signal. Brad knew just what to do. Now XRP hums like jazz, running smooth and true. Money's changing, systems bend, ripple flow into the end. Truth is quiet, bold and deep. We salute the ones who lose no sleep. Salute to the minds that built this chain. Salute, salute, through the trials, through the pain. Salute, salute, to the calm, to the wise. Salute, 100 in our eyes. Bitcoin maxis yell on stage, stuck in loops they call belief, while XRPL just clears the way. No delay, no grief. They hoard coins like dusty gold, but we got utility in every fold. The future ain't loud, it's steady breathing. Real ones know what's worth believing. It ain't hype, it's code and soul. We salute the ones who see the whole. Salute to the builders, to the flow. Salute, salute, where the real ones choose to go. Salute, salute, to the heart, to the plan. Salute, XRP will lead the land. Value don't lie, and truth don't shake. Let the whole world break, we remake. Strategic reserve, written in stars. XRP gonna take us far. So here's to the signal, clear and bright. To the dreamers who held on tight. No matter the storm, no matter the fight. Salute, we rise with the light.
global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.